Hello, everybody. Welcome. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'd like to start off by saying thank you for being here with me. I am ranking all UC Fairy Neopets because recently they have announced NCUC pets are coming in a unique way. A mysterious ray will be appearing soon with some familiar fairy faces. So this is essentially telling us that NCUC fairies are coming back. Um, that's something that I am personally very excited about. I am a big fan of fairies, especially the UC fairies. I think that they were probably done the dirtiest out of all of the conversions pets. And I just, wanted to kind of get a jump start so that I can really think about which fairy I want, and maybe this might help you as well. So I've created this tier list here. Our S tier is Fountain Fairy. Obviously, the Fountain Fairy is the fairy that you want to get in the fairy quests because she's the one that's going to grant you a color choice. So, S tier, Fountain Fairy, because these are the ones that you're going to want to dip fairy as soon as you get a Fountain Fairy quest if you don't have a fairy paintbrush on hand already. Second tier, it was hard not to put Illusen at S tier because we all love your girl. I did drop her down a little bit from the Fountain Fairy because it's not like, she pops up randomly and gives you a quest. Sometimes she'll pop up and give you like 10k Neo points, which is nice. We always love to see your girl. She always brings smiles. I don't have any complaints. That's why she's near top tier, right? She's top tier, but it's just slightly below Fountain Fairy. Battle Fairy, okay. Now hear me out. Battle Fairy is a great fairy to get in a fairy quest. She will give your pets basically bonuses in pretty much all their stats, okay? And that shit's expensive when you get high enough level. Am I right? Of course. I did drop the gray fairy below the battle fairy, okay? Now, yes, gray fairy can give you a fountain fairy quest, and everybody gets so excited when the gray fairy pops up in a fairy quest because it gives you the potential for a fountain fairy. But what happens 9 times out of 10 is she gives you another feckin' fairy's rewards. That's all I'm saying. So she's, a good girl, but honestly, most of the time is disappointing. And for the bottom of the barrel is the happiness fairy. Okay? If you don't know who the happiness fairy is, it's basically Dr. Sloth pretending to be a fairy. That's right. This guy saying to everybody that he's a fairy with his little cardboard wings and his freaking mask, okay? Yeah, F tier. All right. So, all of the images that I have pulled here are the original images. Some pets, if you go to a site like Jelly Neo, it'll show you UC fairies. It'll give you a normal fairy, like a converted fairy. I shouldn't say normal, but a converted fairy Neopet on one side, okay? And then it'll say if it has a UC option. Half of the time it says yes, half of the time it says no. But you know what? They all had a UC type at some point, even though it says that there is no UC option available, okay? So I took all of the images regardless if they had a quote unquote UC available. Does that mean that when the NCUCs come around that you're going to be able to do any single one of these? I hope so. I hope so. But I don't know if it's just going to be delegated to the ones that have quote unquote UC status available, okay? We're going to ignore that for now and we're going to pray our little fairy hearts out that all of them will be available once the NCUC Ray or whatever drops, okay? So let's get started. First things first, we've got Akara, okay? Akara looks really good in yellow and pink, in my opinion. She kind of reminds me of like a strawberry lemonade, and I love strawberry lemonade. She's pretty solid, okay? Like she's pretty solid. I'm gonna drop her here in like battle fairy status, okay? Like that's a good tier, okay? She's like, I'm not gonna say she's mid, okay? But okay, or maybe she's a little mid, right? She doesn't have any like special marking. She's just a yellow feckin' Acura with like pretty ass wings, okay? Now that being said, now that being said, Fairy Aisha is freaking like, I want to put her in Fountain Fairy S tier because Fairy Aishas are one of the best fairy pets to begin with, okay? Now, I told myself this was going to be difficult, okay? Because I wanted to just put them all in Fountain Fairy, like S tier, bam, that's it. But I told myself I can't do that. I can't do that. Now, Aisha converted fairies are like the most cheated of all the fairies, okay? It's basically a blue Aisha. And you could put wings on a blue Aisha. So, like, it's like, what's the point of painting a fairy? What's the point of painting a Aisha fairy when you could just have a blue one and put whatever freaking wings you want on her? Okay? So, it's her pose. It's the cuteness of it. It's kind of like, what makes the Acura so damn special. Okay? But I'm liable to change these around, okay? I'm gonna put her here because oh fuck it. Alright, she goes up here. She's slightly better than the Acura. I might move the Acura up too, okay, 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 okay. Don't fight me on it, okay? Bloomaroo is also another fantastic freaking fairy, okay? I feel like I should shift these two up a little bit, but I'm not gonna, okay? I'm gonna put Bloomaroo, like, just look at his pose. Look at him standing on his springy little tail with his little heart-shaped feet. He's so damn cute. UC Bloomaroos are one of the cutest freaking pets on the site, okay? I said it. So where are we gonna put him? Next to Acura? No, he's cuter than Acura. We're gonna put him up here. These two. Look at them. They're some of the cutest freaking things on the site. Alright? Okay? I said what I said. Roos Fairy. Look at that derpy little dude just floating. Like, how are those wings supporting you, man? Okay? We love to see it, though. He's so happy living his free fairy life. Yeah, he's purple. I love purple. It's my favorite color. Um, I mean, I got nothing bad to say about him, but, is he as cool as the Acura with her, like, standing pose? Maybe. Maybe. Alright, let's move on. We got Bori. Boris are freaking cute, right? Like, he's got a lot of cuteness going on. I got nothing bad to say about him. I'm gonna put him there, though. I don't know why. I don't think he's necessarily better than any of the other ones. Alright, we'll just keep going because maybe it gets better. Maybe it gets worse. We'll see. We've got Buzz. Look at these wings. They almost look like leaves, And he's purple again. It's a big bonus with me. And it's just cute. That's just a cute freaking Buzz, okay? They're not mosquitoes. Does that look like a mosquito to you? No. That's what I'm saying. He's cute. He's just buzzing around living his best life. I would say that he's better than the Bori, though, as far as design. Okay, I might move the Bori down a little bit because, okay, before you fight me, I'm gonna move the Bori down just a little bit because I wish that the Bori was done just a little bit better. Like, he's cute, don't get me wrong, he's cute, but I feel like he could have been better. That's like Gray Fairy status, right? Gray Fairy, she's nice. She's gonna give you a quest even though she doesn't have magic. But is she gonna give you a Fountain Fairy quest? Probably not. He could be better. Chia? This derpy ass looking Chia could have been a freaking onion with wings, and that would have been cuter than this. Chias suck, my dude. Just saying. Chombies. Holy crap, chombies. Isn't this not one of the cutest freaking chombies you've ever seen in your life? That's like baby chombie, but with wings and purple. This is just yeah, okay? Yes. I'm that yeah. Okay. Freaking Psy bunnies are S tier. They're purple. They're freaking bunnies. They're cute. Look at that smile. Look at those wings. I I don't know what else to say. I said what I said. That's what I said. Drakes. Fairy drakes. This is like one of the most elegant fairy creatures on this list, okay? There's just something so regal about her, even though all the drakes have this one tiny little freaking strand of hair, okay? I don't know what it is about that. It's a little derpy, but it's cute. Tiny little curly Q. They're they're definitely like one of the better design ones, in my opinion. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. This is probably the cutest elephant on the site. Is the fairy elephant UC, okay? It's purple. And she's got wings. And it's just cute. I've I've got no complaints. I'm not gonna put it in S tier, but I feel like it's, you know, pretty solid. Like, would I choose the fairy elephant if I had a, fountain fairy quest and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get which fairy do I want? Is it gonna be an elefante? Probably not. So that's why, mid. Flotsam? The fuck? They done Flotsam's dirty, okay? Just giving a freaking narwhal like fairy ears? Like the fuck are they doing with that? No. That's happiness fairy. That's F tier. Grundos. Grundos are so gosh dang cute. And their fairiness is gosh dang cute. I mean, his wings are like galaxy wings. I have quite literally nothing bad to say about this dude. I think that he goes there, okay? Yes. Fairy Grarls. Look at that majestic freaking dinosaur. He looks amazing. His little feathery wings. This is one of the coolest dinosaur Grarl designs I've ever seen. And what did they give us? Not this. Not this. They could have given us that, but they didn't. Okay. Uh, better than that. Yeah. I mean, I almost want to put him up here because look at that. But I don't know. I'm gonna put him up here, okay? He just, even though he's not purple, he's orange. It's just done right. It's just a solid design. Like, it's a high contender for S tier, okay? Now, what's definitely going to be S tier, no arguments, is going to be this Ixie, okay? Because is this not one of the cutest pets on the freaking site? Like, dreamy right here is a UC Fairy Ixie. Because she's got that majestic little swoop that was done so regretfully on the converted pets, okay? The converted pets, the converted Ixies don't hold a light. And I like converted Ixies, okay? The converted Ixies don't have a light to what this is, okay? All right, here's another one, is the Fairy Hissy. Fairy Hissies were never actually released, originally, like UC status. They were gonna come out, and I don't know exactly what happened, but they did the conversion before these actually came out. And so this got waysided. And we never got this fuzzy bellied, uh, majestic looking flying snake. There's a name for him, but I can't say it. Quick as tall. Quick as tall. I'm gonna look it up. This one. Okay, she's telling me it's Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl. Okay? That's what that's what these things look like. And that's freaking dope. Okay? Like the fact that they never got released is a major injustice. He's going up here. You know what? It's just that majestic. They are majestic beings. Okay? They are majestic beings. Um yub yub. Jub jub. Uh is, purple. All the fairies are purple, okay? Don't at me. But it's just, cute little fuzzy little dude hanging out. Um Nothing really to write home about. Like he's got no super special designs. Like he's cute and all, but I'm gonna put him in gray fairy status as much as I like me a Jub Jub because it could be better, but it's not. Fairy Cheeks. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna insult a lot of people with the Fairy Cheeks, but they done the Fairy Cheeks dirty in a UC version and the converted versions. Okay, like this guy does not measure up to half of these people's. Okay, half of these designs. Like, what are what is the design on the wings? It's mid at best. At best. Okay, it leaves a lot to be desired. I'm putting it here in gray fairy tier. The fairy cows with their little antennae. Oh, and they're purple. I know you're gonna get tired of me saying it's purple at the end of this video if you're not already. They're just really freaking cute. Like cows in general are solid, solid pets. Okay, like the fairy cow. If it was like in a position that was kind of a little bit more like this, like where it was kind of just floating up in the air, like this guy, but it was a cow, I think it would have done even better. Like, could you imagine him like floating up like a loop or something? I'm gonna put him mid as much as I like them. Okay, I like this whole row. Don't at me. I like this whole row. Okay, but they could have done a little bit more with it. Okay, they could have done a little bit more with it. That being said, I'm gonna move the Elefante up a couple more times because it's just a good design for Elefante. Elefante is like our kind of butt. Uh, no offense, but they're but that is a decent design. Okay, Kiko's. Just chuck them in the toilet. Okay, like this cross-eyed, flying flat platelet disc of a mofo. Like they're always getting hurt. They got a little band-aid on them. Like I identify with that. I'm always bumping into shit. But it's just too dumb to be in existence. You know what I mean? And it's not to say like if you don't have IQ you shouldn't be in existence, but like these things should have gone extinct years ago. Okay. Years ago. This design is pretty for Kiko. This is probably one of the better looking Kikos, but Kiko's is still trash. Yeah. I don't he's the best of the F tier. Galerts. Oh my gosh, the UC freaking Galerts are so dang cute. They got the little wings, and they got their phalange looking ears, and it's got a little tongue sticking out. Like, oh, that's bonus points. That being said, they could have done a little bit more, but he's solid. He's solid, okay? I'm gonna put him right here next to Akira, okay? Because I feel like it's solid as it is. It's just got that cute pose, but it's the more I look at it, I'm like they could have done more with the wings. And they could have done her pose just a little bit better, even though the sitting is so cute. It's like a good boy. It's a good boy. I'm gonna leave it there and see how I feel. The UC Kois. I used to love UC kois. Okay, I used to really like the kois, and then they converted them, and I was like, ugh, I don't like kois no more. They were one of the ones that get dropped quick by me. Okay. That being said, this is a okay design. I feel like it's mid at best. It could be a lot prettier. Like, there's some really gorgeous fish out there that could like qualify as like a fairy fish. You know what I mean? That they could have designed this after. This kind of got the same thing going on with the wings, like just kind of accentuating that it's a fish more so than actually being wings. So that being said, it's not trash, but I would put it down here. It's definitely leaving a lot to be desired. The Corbat is cute. His little happy face, his little happy feet, and you know, it's solid. It's solid design. There's nothing much going on though. I mean, not that the Corbats have much going on, but I feel like probably goes here as well. You know, there could be some more wow factor to him considering what some of the others got going on, right? Am I right? That being said, the Kogra. Oh my god, one of the most majestic beings in the game, the UC Fairy Kogra. I don't know what to say. Their pose is perfect. Their smile is perfect. Like their wings could be I remember thinking even back in the day their wings could have been better. But it's solid. It's solid. Okay. That's Fountain Fairy tier, okay? Yeah. That's Fountain Fairy tier. Fairy Crocs. Oh, look at that majestic ass. Like she is better than you and she knows it and she wants you to know it too. You know what I mean? She's really cute. The only thing that I have a drawback is that she's just in the standard croc pose. You know what I mean? Like all the other crocs have the exact same pose. In my opinion, one of the things that sets the fairies apart are the diverse poses, okay? They could have done that with her. And for that being said, but she's still one of the most gorgeous crocs in the game. I love the colorway. I love the green with the purple and the pink. I'm gonna put her up here because I feel like that's solid, okay? That's solid. Fairy Curies. These are really cute little creatures. Curies, in my opinion, are not one of the stronger species, you know, when it comes to design. But a fairy curie is really dang cute. I think that fairy curies probably have to, you know, fit somewhere here in the mid tier. No offense. Just because, you know, you look at the cow design and you're like, okay, that's solid. You look at the buzz design, you're like, that's really solid. The curie design, you're like, eh, it's mid. I'm saying I don't like it, okay? Because you compare that to like the Fairy Lenny, and you're like, damn, Fairy Lenny, where have you been hiding? Fairy Lenny is all about it. Fairy Lenny's got it going on, okay? Fairy Lenny has got all the colors, just so beautifully done. She stands out amongst all the fairies, in my opinion. It's automatic Mountain Fairy Quest. Beautiful, beautiful. On the other side of the coin, you've got the Fairy Loop, and I had the same gripe when I was like 12, looking at the fairy loops, going, I want a fairy loop. But at the same time, do I want a fairy loop? Because what's going on with their wings? Can you tell me what's going on with their wings? It just looks like a gelatinous blob sitting on its back that's got like little tendrils growing off it. Like, where's the wing start and end? Can somebody draw it for me? Can somebody pinpoint the way that the wings work if you were to throw it in a 3D rotational diagram? Can you show me how those wings work on his back just by looking at this? No, you can't. Gray fairy. Peafins. Peafins are majestic. I feel like I said that about a lot of these, but honestly, majestic is the word that describes the fairies, okay? I think that PFN is a solid design. Um, the pose is really cute. I like the color usage of the purples, the pink, the white hair is a great accent to the purples and the pinks. I don't think there's much going wrong. I think it's leagues better than half of these guys, so I'm actually gonna stick it here because it's not quite elucent here. But it's not Great Fairy Tier either. I kinda like the Poogle. I feel like the Poogle is such a cute as a fairy. So much better than the converted fairies. Poogles. But once again, they probably could have done much. Like, did they put as much effort into the Poogle fairy as they did in, say, like, you know, one of these guys? No, they didn't. They didn't. They probably put it's mid tier. It's mid tier. Fairy Mirkaras. Mirka is so cute. I love that it's a more darker fairy, kind of like the Grundo. I love the use of the blue. It's kind of got like an electric vibe going on. He's so stinking cute. I would have a Mirka fairy in my collection. Just, I like them that much, okay? Um, that being said, are they like this level? No. So I'm gonna put them over here. Yeah. Because they're not mid, in my opinion. They're better than that. Quiggles. Oh, look at this. He's just so happy to be here. He's like, hey guys, what's up? I showed up 2 hours late to the party, but it's still raging. What's going on? I'm here. You know? He's just all mouth and he's just so freaking cute. Um, Quiggles are Quiggles, what can you say? I think that it's one of the better Quiggle designs. I like how happy he is. Is there much going on? I don't think he's leaving me any more to be desired. Like, I don't know what else they could have done to him. I think it's just the Quiggle design itself kind of holding him back. Not that I don't like Quiggles, but like, what else could you have done with him? Really? You know? And the Mohawks. The Mohawks are really pretty. They definitely put some effort into it. I like the colors. The colors are very complimentary. Um, but like, it's really pretty. But like, you know, I wouldn't turn one down if somebody offered me a trade for one. But like, I don't know. I've seen better looking Mohawks. The fairy rookies are really nice, in my opinion. I like the shades of pink that they've used. She's kind of got like a, happy little floaty pose, which I always appreciate with these fairies. I think they could have done the wings a lot better considering that it was a bug. Not that I think that there's anything particularly wrong with the wings, but it kind of just blends together. Like, I don't know if it's just because it's a small image, but it definitely doesn't read clearly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say last to be desired. Fairy Pateries. Petries. Terries are really beautiful in my opinion. I think that they are probably one of the best petite trees designs out there. I think that it holds a candle to the Lenny. Like, I remember wanting a fairy petite tree when I was a kid, thinking it was one of the best looking Neopets I think I'd ever seen. Mm. The uni is very cute. But considering the fact that the uni has already got wings, and they didn't do more to accentuate the fairiness of her, is kind of disappointing. I love unis. Okay, I think they're one of the better like looking pets, especially converted. But like They could have done more with this. They really could have done more with this. So I'm gonna put her in Gray Fairy. Still better than the loop though. So is the Mohawk and the Rookie. You know what? Let me shuffle some of these around. Okay, I feel a little bit more confident about that. Um, the Fairy Scorchio. I always call them Scorchos. It's the Weezer song. El Scorcho. It always makes me call them Scorchos. I like the colors. I think they go well for a fairy design. But like there's not much going on here. I like the bows. But I wish that, you know, they had done something else. Like you said, dragon. They could have really gone for it. Like the drake. Or freaking the Grarl. They really could have gone for it, but they didn't. And put him somewhere down here. It's like, where are the details on the wings? They're not there. It's like almost the loop's got more details than the wings, and that's not saying much. Like Tuscanini, okay, Tuscaninis are usually like not the greatest when it comes to design, but that's really got it going on in this one. You know, he still kind of looks weird in the head, but the design, I think, really works for the Tuscanini. How much? Eh, eh, you know, not that much. It's Tuscanini. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Tonus, on the other hand, Tonus are a very underrated pet. Okay, even now converted. Yeah, very underrated. I think the design choice for the Tonu, considering Tonus, is actually really nice. Um, the colors are good. I don't think it's hard to read. I feel like, just frolicking. The Tonus probably give it like, point 0.2, a little point 0.2 bonus when it comes to lift. But I don't know. I think it's pretty. I think it's pretty legit. I'm gonna put him up here. Now, Fairy Techos, I feel like is definitely one of the stronger design. Like, who wouldn't want a Fairy Techo? Okay, and if you say not you, then you're lying because look at the striking yellow with the blue. That's such a beautiful combo for such, and not one you would expect for a fairy. Really, really. Okay, I think I think Fairy Techos are gonna go freaking. I mean, it's a solid design, okay? Oh man. Yeah, I think it's just that solid. I do. Okay, I might have to move Side Bunny down. This is probably just my personal uh probably just my personal like feelings getting in the way of how much I really like the Pixies and the Side Bunnies. Like I just think that you know, this might be a little bit more accurate. Am I right? Like, how's Fairy Rural at the top, though? It's just, is it really because he's that strong of a contender? Like, it's just striking colors and just gorgeous. I mean, I don't know, like, because that Fairy Lenny is also, like, one of the best, in my opinion, when it comes to design. I don't know. Okay, speaking of one of the best designs, in my opinion, I freaking love me a Yerbil, okay? UC Yerbils, I was such a stan, okay? I actually just adopted on the Neopet Market. Not Neopet Market, the freaking Pound Chat. And I actually just got a fairy herbal in pound chat. And I'm hoping that I can use the NCUC something, whatever, the Ray or whatever, on this herbal because I love the colors. I love that blue, that striking blue once again against the purple and the cute little wings. And he's got the cute little scrunchy floating, like, hee hee kind of look to him. Like, oh, he's so freaking cute. I'm just instantly, maybe, I don't think that he's like S tier, you know. I keep thinking, do I need to drop the Saibani down? Because I look at these and I'm just like, damn. But I just think that the fairy Saibani is just that freaking cute. And then we have the fairy Usul. Like, I'm kind of dumbfounded that they gave her green wings. Like, she really should have had like pink wings. And I get that the Usuls are all like this, beige tan color. But like they could have made her body pink or something and given her like, a blue or a purple collar and, maybe some purple wings. Made her like more pink and purple wings. Like they really could have done more with her. And I'm sorry, I know some of you are gonna try to fight me on this because she's so stinking cute. Like there's a lot I would change about the design. But like she's so gosh dang happy and I love her pose, okay? I would not change her pose. I would not change her expression on her face. I would change the colors and I would probably give her bigger wings. And I would accentuate the bows. Like what if her wings look like freaking bows? Missed opportunity. Gray fairy. Not the worst gray fairy though. I'm not okay. I'm gonna give her some justice. It's mid. Okay, she's mid, okay? I'm sorry. Just contemplating my life choices. Nemo. I love that they made the Nemo darker. I love the dark purple with the green. Like, that's such a yes to me, okay? But it's a freaking Nemo. Like, I feel like they could have done more with him. Like, kind of like the Teko. Like, if he was in more of an action pose, that would have been so dope. I think it left a lot to be desired. There's a lot more in this row than I was anticipating, okay? Am I saying that all fairy uh am I saying that like most of the fairy UCs are mid? Oh my god. It angers so many people up in here. Okay. And that's not my intention. Because I like a lot of these. Like I would own all of these except these fuckers. Okay. Now, that being said, fairy Zuitox are just oh so cool. Like look at that leaping pose with this tail and she's got the little wings really work on her. They really do. I think that the color choice is solid. Like I like the use of the green here. Okay. I like that, you know. Okay, like I'm not putting her here, but let's compare these two, okay? Let's compare these two for a moment. I know that they were made at different time points. Like she could have gotten an update and she might have been on track to get an update before the UCs came or the conversion came, okay? She might have gotten an update if the conversion didn't happen, okay? But it didn't and the conversion happened. But look at the design, okay? She got the little wings. Her wings could have been better. I think that the wings work well on those Wiis. Even though they have a very similar color scheme, I feel like it really gets pulled off on the Zui a lot better. I am gonna put the Zui, mm, you know, I kind of want to put, I kind of want to, okay. I kind of, I feel like, I feel like that is what I feel like. No, you know what? I am gonna accept the fact that I want to move her down one because I feel like if they had made her kind of floating bunny, can you imagine like a floating side bunny? She's cute. Like I wouldn't really update her, but could you imagine if they had made her in kind of like an Aisha pose? That would have been so cute. Okay. Shoys. The Shoiru. Okay, yes, I did say that the Shoiru, like low-key has Peppa Pig energy with her one side eye. Um, but the fairy shoys are probably one of my personal favorites. Like, it's just so gorgeous. Like, they did her wings perfectly. Like, I don't think that there's anything they could have done to improve it. The color match is perfect. I think that she's great just the way she is. I think that she is S tier. Fountain Fairy her. Zapharas are also absolutely gorgeous. I feel like Zapharas really also got the short end of the stick. Once again, they were one of my favorite pets that got completely brutalized in the conversion. And it just, they used to be a really strong pet, as far as design, and then they just kind of got waysided, and like nobody cares about Zapharas anymore. And it's such a shame because she's like a freaking bunny. And the only bunny anybody cares about is a Psy Bunny, which, I mean, I can't blame them. Psy Bunnies are great, but that being said, I like that the wings are translucent, transparent. I like the colors a lot. I really do like the purple and pink that, or, like the pinkish lavender that they got going on. I like the little pops of light pastel blue here. I think that is nice. It is a little harder to read, in my opinion. Like, they could have done a little bit better on the design as far as, like, you know, defining the wings a little bit more. But overall, I think it's solid. I think she's pretty solid. I'm gonna put her in Battle Fairy tier, though, just because, you know, like it could have been more, but it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And last but not least is the Fairy Walkie. And that is a really good looking walkie, okay? I don't like the converted walkie faces at all, but that is a cute walkie. I think the wings are nice looking. Um, I like that they gave her a dynamic pose. I like the cream color that they used to accent the pink. I'm not a huge fan of the pink that they used for her body, but it's not bad either. I think that she's a little bit uh better than, like, I feel like she's definitely better than the Bori. Uh I don't know if she's better than most of these other ones, okay? So, final corrections. We've got these guys up at the top. Uh that fairy girl is just really a strong design. It was really such a I feel so cheated that the uh hissy didn't get its justice made. I like the converted hissies, okay? I like the converted fairy hissies specifically. I'm not a big fan of the hissy arms, but I think that the design for the converted hissy is really pretty, but I don't know. I love the color. I just think this looks really cool. Techo, once again, really dope. Um, I think I think that, yeah, these are pretty solid choices in my opinion. I think I might move her up a little bit though. I love me Zweez, okay? Like, for real real. Um, I don't know why I like the Techo so much. Like, maybe the wings are a little bit harder to read than I'm giving it credit for, so maybe I will move it down a little bit. but I think that it's still really solid. And let's see. I don't know. I think that these are just so good. I just think all of these are just so good. Same thing with these guys. I think all of these would be an S tier if I like condensed it down one more tier. And then I feel like so I want to move her up because I just think she looks really great. I'm gonna move him over, and I feel like that's pretty legit. Um, like, and then I would move some of these up. You know, maybe I will, just because I think that they're really well done. Uh, I feel like the only thing holding the elephant back is the fact that it's an elephant, because otherwise this is a really nice design. Um, I don't know why I like this alert so much. Like, she's just like the perfect amount of derpiness. And okay, I do think that the Usul is better than the Quiggle. And I think the Quiggle is still better than, or not the Quiggle, the Tonu is better than, yeah, 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 yeah. I know, I'm like double guessing my choices. That Bruce is really cute, but I think these two are better. I feel like these two are about equal. I think that the Zafar is actually better than the Poogle. And I think the Zafar is actually stronger than the PFN just by a little bit. And I think the Usul is better than these two. Yeah, I feel like the Usul's probably about on par with the Bruce. Just because they really could have given her like bow wings. Walkie, you know, actually I think is better than both of those. And yeah, I'm feeling a lot better about this row. I think that the Mohawk's pretty strong. Um, I love the colors of this guy. He's stronger than that. Yeah, I'm gonna drop that down one. I think that that's better than that. That's definitely better than those two. And yeah, uh, nothing's worse than the Chia. I mean, honestly though, the Flotsam might be worse than the Chia. Yeah, I think the Flotsam might actually be worse than the Chia. Damn, Flotsam is the loser, and I'm surprised that Grarl is my personal winner. I really honestly thought that my winner was gonna be a Yerbil, a Shoiru, or a Kogra. Honestly. Or maybe even the Lenny. And I thought that these two were going to be S tier. Actually, I thought these four were going to be S tiers. But then I was just like, but compare the Lenny to the Aisha. You can't. Compare the Bloomaroo to the Kogra. You can't. And these are strong, okay? These are strong. All right, thank you everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that we all get to enjoy some NCUCs coming up now in January. That's going to be very exciting, and I would love to know what you thought about this tier list. Please, you know, come at me in the comments if I completely and utterly destroyed your world view and thinking of the way that these fairies are. Um, you know, let me know what you thought. Feel free to fight me. Come at me in the comments. All right, love you guys. Peace out. Bye.